This is not a DualShock 5. This is a completely redesigned controller now. So you have the touchpad is different. It's more. Wait, what was that? Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I messed up recording the unboxing, so the controller and wires were out of frame. But I already did the recording, so I'm not exactly sure how I can fix that. I got it. Hold on, I got something that can help me out. I got this from a guy. I didn't trust what he said, but you know what? Could come in handy. Alright, so this is an Infinity Gauntlet mug. And if you drink milk out of it, then you can turn back time. So I'm going to be careful with it, but it might be able to help me out. Unfortunately, I don't have any milk. I only have almond milk, but that should be good enough. Like that's all you need. All right? I guess. All right, here goes. Ah, I feel it. It's working. Ah, wait, something's wrong. It's not as strong as it. Ah, stupid almond milk. So here goes the real unboxing, or the re-unboxing, because between the unboxing video and editing it, I realized that most of my stuff is out of frame, so I'm doing it again, but without the foam inserts or manuals that come with the console. So here goes. Initially we have just some wires that are mangled up because I unplugged them for the console and stuffed them back in the box. So this is the charging cable for the DualSense. It's charged with USB-C on one side and USB-A to the console itself. That's how it plugs in. Then after that, we have the cable power cord for the console. Just like the Series X, just like the PS4, doesn't have a brick, just plugs into the wall, into the console, and then easy enough, doesn't get hot. And lastly, the HDMI cable for the PS5, 2.1, so it supports up to 8K on monitors and TVs that support that. Also 120 Hertz, 120 frames per second, and it has HDR and 4K resolution. Here's the DualSense. Look at this beautiful controller. My gosh. So it has the analog sticks that are next to each other, like always with the PlayStation controllers, with the D-pad that has this acrylic finish over it, which is nice. It keeps with the theme of white and clear. We have the share button that also was on the PS4 DualShock 4. We have the options button that was also on that controller. We have the touchpad. Sorry, we have the face buttons, the triangle, square, cross, and circle, like on all PlayStation controllers. Then we have the PlayStation button, which has two features, which is tapping it brings up a quick menu, and then holding it brings you to the home screen immediately. So it has a dual function. We have the mute button, which mutes the microphone that's integrated into the DualSense, and if it's lit, that means you are muted. You have the speaker, integrated speaker that's in the controller. That's where you can get some sound from, depending on the game you're playing. You have the touchpad in the front, and you have the light bar that comes around it. Instead of being its own bar, it comes around this side with smaller profile, and just a nicer thematic finish there. You have the USB-C charging port. You have the L1R1, L2R2. You have the integrated battery, so it's a rechargeable battery. And then you have the 6-axis motion. You have the haptic feedback across the controller, is what makes it a nice thing, the light bar. And then you have the vibrations move across the controller depending on the game you're playing. And that's what makes the DualSense such an important controller, and possibly the best controller of this generation so far, but we're still new in this. And now we have what you all came here for, which is the console itself, the PlayStation 5, and this is the main version, the disc edition. Continuing, we have the nice blades on top, if you can call them that, for the PS5, with the vents inside right there. You have the black finish, the high gloss. You have the disc. I have the disc version, so that's where the disc would go in. And you have the USB port there, and the USB-C port there. Then you have the eject button and power button. So standard things for console's front. Then here you have the side, you have the Sony engraving, the edge. Then you have this PlayStation cutout right here, PlayStation logo. So it's clear, so a lot of people have put colors behind it in order to make it a little customized and everyone makes it their own. Then along this edge here, there's actually the face buttons again, the cross, circle, triangle, and square. Those come into play with an accessory that I will show a little bit later. Then here we have the back. We have the USB ports right here, 2 of them. Then we also have an Ethernet port, or LAN cable port if you will. You have the HDMI port and the power port. And that's how it looks from the back, with the vents also coming out like that. And that is how the PlayStation 5 disc edition looks, and the DualSense. And lastly, we have the stand that comes with the console. It helps it stand in either its vertical or horizontal orientation, and I will show how exactly you get it to do that right now. Okay, this part of the video is to show you how to have the PlayStation 5 in the vertical or horizontal orientation using the included stand. All you need is a screwdriver or flathead. A flathead screwdriver basically is the best thing to use. So this is the stand that comes with the PlayStation 5, and you can see it has an orientation like this. 2 clips that are attached to the console. This rotating disc here, which you put against the console as well. The 2 different positions are for horizontal or vertical. And as you can see, it has a ramp right there as it increases its slope on every side. So it tells you basically how it's going to sit on the console. And the back has a hole, very important to keep that clear. And that's a little storage area that when you rotate it, it reveals a screw that you used for one of the orientations, vertical. If not, then you can turn it back and it'll be closed. For now, I'm going to show you the horizontal, so you keep it at that position. We call it offset if you like. Now, if you take the PlayStation 5 console, you see on the edge there's the engraving of the face buttons, starting and beginning with the square. So it's a row of the face buttons that begins and ends with square. So the 2 squares at the ends are what you're going to focus on. You're going to take PlayStation at whatever angle is best for you. The 2 clips on the stand, you just attach them in the space of both squares at the end. So 1 on each square, just press it until it's firmly against the console. And that ramp from before is what's holding the contour of the blade, as I call it. And you just sit it like that, and that's pretty simple how the horizontal one lays. Now for the vertical positioning, it's a little bit more involved. You simply pick up your PlayStation 5, and it can stand on its own for a while, but it's just, this is to make it more secure and to widen the base so it's less likely to topple over. So you start by rotating this base here so it looks proper, if you will, and that reveals the screw on the bottom. The screw on the bottom, keep to the side for a moment. I'll show you that on the console itself. You turn it upside down, make sure there's no disc inside, and there's usually, right there in that little hole, there's usually a little piece. So I had already removed it, but that little black piece, you just wedge a flathead screwdriver or something sharp in between and thin, and you just pop it out. And you remove that and put the black piece. You can put it back in that compartment if you want, where the screw itself goes. And you put the console down for a second. And what you're going to do is take the screw out. Put that place the base, whatever position is comfortable for you, and just slide PlayStation 5 into that groove. And once again, it follows the contour, so it's very natural position. You don't have to fight anything. It doesn't feel any resistance, and it just hooks into the back. And while you're holding the PlayStation 5, you can. This is taking me a while because I'm trying to show the camera, but it's easier when you're doing it yourself. And you just put that screw in there, and it actually screws into the console to keep it firmly held. And that's basically all you have to do in order to have the PlayStation 5 in a vertical orientation. Screw it until it's secure. Don't try to tighten past its limit. And that is how it stands. And that's the PlayStation 5 in vertical. So vertical or horizontal, it's the easy way. No more than 1-2 minutes each, and that's how you stand your PlayStation 5. Thank you for watching this video. This is Micah from Capture King Gaming saying, please show some class, comment, like, and share, subscribe.
Thank you.